The word for the day, good evening, is tzniut. Tzniut, meaning modesty, simplicity, a touch of bashfulness, a reserve. But perhaps above these, it signifies privacy. It is the hallmark of Jewish marriage, and the rabbis refer to it as a specific quality to look for in an ideal mate. The classical symbol of tzniut, the veil. It bespeaks privacy, a person apart, separated, like the word perushim, Pharisees, which got a bad rap because of the invalid temple Herod priest hired by Herod. That wanted to kill Yeshua, but the other 20 or 30% didn't, because biblical text says that there were a lot of temple officials defending him and telling him to go because Herod's coming. So, and they, not only that, but in the book of Acts chapter 6, it says, many of the Kohen, which means Levitical priest, high priest, were obedient to the faith and actually followed and turned to Yeshua and believed all his teachings and, yes, did follow him. The veil was distinctly donned by Rebekah as soon as she observed her future husband, in the distance. Genesis 24:65. That's just an exciting scripture for me because, he's coming off his horse and Rebecca sees him from the way and covers herself up because she is just dumbfounded by his masculinity. No, but really what it was just tzniut. Modest women, like nowadays, you won't find very much at all modest women in the secular world, Jewish and non-Jewish. This is one reason why the ceremony immediately prior to the wedding celebration is the badekem, or the veil of the bride by the groom, who blesses the bride with ancient words spoken to Rebecca. Boy, I can't. Okay. The principle of tzniut rejects all nudity, not only in public, but also before family members at home. Okay. Thus, one may not pray or recite the Shema prayer while one is naked or standing in the presence of a naked person. The rejection of nudity recalls Adam and Eve, who, after committing the first sin, realized that they were naked and instinctively felt the shame and hid. Genesis 2:25. The same attitude reappears in Noah, when Noah cursed Ham, one of his sons, who saw his father exposed. Genesis 9:21-27. Tzniut also implies modesty in dress. Traditionally covered parts of the body should not be exposed, although one can dress stylishly. This attitude issues from a very high refined sense of shame and emotion, often denigrated today in the name of freedom. Not only did the Bible prohibit removing all clothing, it did not permit wearing any garments belonging to the opposite sex. Oh, you okay. Deuteronomy 22:5. At this might lead to unnatural lust, lavishness, thoughts, and freer intermingling between the sexes. So modesty is about more than what one wears. It's a total attitude. So keep this in mind. It is a concept of modesty does not imply a rejection of the body. On the contrary, the Jewish people are taught to respect the body. Hillel, an early rabbinical sage, did not bathe solely for hygienic reasons, but to care for the body, the most magnificent creation of God. So he did bathe, but he didn't bathe just to be vain and look wonderful, and because it was said that he was a good-looking man. So he didn't do that for that. He did it because for the purpose of cleaning himself. And he also ate and prayed that he would only eat just solely for doing the work of Hashem. So that's pretty profound. Anyway, that's a new word for this evening, is tzniut, modesty. And oh, what a joy it is to actually partake in this kind of modesty, man or woman. So, be tzniut. I'm not going to go out there and take the trash with no shirt on. First of all, I want to be a little modest. Second of all, if you claim you're courting or you're being married, or you're getting married, you don't need to call sins by some other woman looking at you, or how ripped you are, or how good looking you are, just to go out and get a rise and some eyes staring at you. That wouldn't be good. And same for a woman. A woman shouldn't go out there with spandex up her tuchus and her back uncovered, with a tank top, going to UFit, working out with a tank top, and having people just, it just doesn't sit right. It's really not kadosh. And once again, if we know what kadosh means, it means what's holy and unholy. You have to separate those two. A kadosh, holy, and tohu, unclean and chaotic, and separate the two because they will not mix together. So that's a wonderful insight and a wonderful teaching about being tzniut. So I encourage that for everyone, and you will have a wonderful night. This is lesson 1 of tzniut. Try to say that. Tzniut. Okay? And you have a wonderful night.